everyone. So for this semester of Special Topics in Communication, we were able to hear lectures from different professionals in the field, and we were also able to learn data analytics and also make 4 of our very own panel discussions. Our first panel discussion was about strategic planning, and in this panel discussion, we learned that multinational companies like L'Oreal really need a strong strategy in order to keep their brand alive.
For today, our panel discussion, we're going to talk on the company L'Oreal and their strategic planning. Has anyone used L'Oreal products here? Do you use them? Anyone here? Okay, yes. How's it? It's pretty good. So our panel member Ni will talk on the brief history.
L'Oreal was founded in Paris in 1953 and is world #1 cosmetic company.
Wow, it seems like it's a very successful company and it has established for so long. So since we know about how they come about and we all know that it's a very well-known brand, so we'd like to know what their successful strategic plan from the past.
So first off, there is a universalization. So being a brand that's sold in hundreds of countries over the world, they can't just send out the same message in every single country and they can't be doing the same thing and expect it to work, because obviously there are different cultures, there are different beauty standards and so on. So actually in Taiwan, they focus more on skincare because that's what their market really tend to go for. While in Indonesia, they focus on long-lasting makeup and all those things. So it really takes time to try and develop and get to know a culture and know what works and what doesn't work.
Thank you for that. Actually, it's no wonder why they're successful. Since their they really started really good, and how they connect the consumer emotionally. So we would like to know on how are they doing, since the world's also changing, and how are they approaching their strategy. So we would like to hear from our member Dream.
Yes, thank you, Jessie. In the present strategy for L'Oreal, they focuses on 4 main things, which are consumer centricity, connecting to the beauty, growing distribution channel, and development and training staff. So
Thank you for that, Dream. No wonder they're so up to date with their research market as well, not just only good product. So we're wondering what will be their future. So what are they planning for their future? For that, our panel member Ice will talk about that.
Thank you. For the L'Oreal future plans, they are launched a campaign called Sharing Beauty with All. They want to use their customer influence and insight and focus on the good and reach the next billions customer will make a positive impact on the world.
Thank you for that. Thanks for the valuable knowledgeable that you all have on L'Oreal brand. And but I have one question. So since we talked about L'Oreal, it's very successful in terms of their market, their products. But how do they keep up with their competitions?
We think that it's because they've been in the market just for so long. They started in 1953, and so that's more than 50 years. They've just really built a strong sense of leadership in the industry, and like we said, they also purchased a lot of the other beauty brands. So pretty much at this point, it's kind of impossible to avoid their products. Among our group, we thought we weren't using L'Oreal products, but apparently they also own Garnier and Maybelline and all those things. And so it's just really a strong sense of market leadership and being careful not to lose that.
Why don't we talking about products as a professional product divisions? Because right now that division really comes strong at the market. They deal with a lot of the university in Thailand right now. And then last year, communication art students went to the second round to compete in professional products divisions.
Our second panel discussion was about Dove, and it was about marketing skills. And we found out how to deal with bad publicity, but we also found out that companies sometimes they make bad publicity or make controversial ads to get people talking about their company and their brand.
Our group will talk about on Dove marketing. Before we dig into the marketing, I would like to ask a question where because Dove is a very popular brand and I'm sure everyone heard of it, and I'm going to ask, have they ever used them? Have you ever used them? And if you have used them, how do you feel about their product?
Yes, I have used them. I would like to say that I'm a big fan of Dove products. I use shampoo, soap, and spray. I think that Dove products those stuff are quite great, and I think that the quality of their products are less chemical and care about the woman skin.
And I agree with you say that Dove is one of the popularized brands in Thailand. And one thing I like about Dove is the smell.
We'll also look into some of their popular ads today, and we will look from their old video advertisement first and see how it has evolved. So we can see that that's their ads in 1980s. 12 seconds, just talk about moisturizer, so that's it. So in 2000, around year 2000, Dove was actually overshadowed by competing with their competitors, so they only just talk about their product, but they want to make sure they are different from others, and they want to brought up why their product is the best. So they did a study, and they found that only 2% of women are considering themselves as beautiful. So from that result, they got an idea to launch the campaign called Real Beauties, which we'll see right now.
Our third panel discussion was about soft skills, and we chose 7-Eleven because we think they have a really strong employee training program that you can really just notice as soon as you enter the store. And this is something that we believe contributes largely to the success of this multinational company.
I think soft skill becoming the important one because we have to communicate and we need to make sure that our customers feel special and they are important to us. But what really is soft skills? So to understand that, I would like to ask our panelists about the definition of soft skill and let them explain about that.
Yeah, for me, I think soft skill characterize how a person interacts with others.
A lot of employers right now are complaining about the millennial generation and our generation being not very good at soft skills because maybe we're so used to technology being fast, and we get really impatient. And I think that's what they are saying online these days. It's so hard to hire people from our generation. And yeah, so I think this is something that we should make more effort into just developing. We can't always get what we want. A lot of us go into a job expecting that we are going to have good salary right away, and we don't really know how to work well with people and how to deal with problems.
I never have any bad experience from 7-Eleven employees. I always impressed about their service behind the 7-Eleven door, and because they always be polite and give a good service to maintain the customer service standard, no matter how the time pass. And you know what, 7-Eleven is the first store, first mini mart that say welcome or thank you when you come in, and say thank you when you leave.
These are offered to learn and perform store staff responsibilities such as maintaining daily operation to keep 7-Eleven store operating smoothly, keeping a clean and safe environment. Moreover, I think they provide an opportunity for shared learning among employees in order to improve service provided by employees.
I have one of my friends, he has been working in 7-Eleven last 3 years. He told me that he had to learn a lot of customer care and how to handle difficult situations before he worked. And I have been researching the internet, and I found this conversation that Mr. Suwit Kitkar, the managing directors of CP's 7-Eleven collaborations, have been said to ผู้จัดการ had to say to ผู้จัดการในสัปดาห์ magazine that if we do not focus on the human resource, we will not survive although we have a lot of money. Because today business we have to compete with many competitors. To rank with yourself and develop yourself, it must be very important.
And the train you ask how to run the business, basically. But the soft skill itself is depends. Even though they train the soft skill that being the leaderships, team management workings, customer cares, also the customer service and service mind.
For our last panel discussion, we talked about data analytics, and we talked about different companies and industries where it's applied. And we were able to find out that it's really essential in different fields, such as innovation, health, business, and even in our personal lives.
So having data in company, organization, or even for yourself, and to make the work more effective.
So I think that in the recent days, like a lot of you guys have noticed that there has been a rise in, applications that basically make our lives easier. And I think that a big part of this is data analytics, because we are able to process a lot of data more and kind of summarize it in a way that, okay, we know a lot of people have trouble with transportation, and that's why we have Grab and Uber.
So following that, we would like to ask our panelists name on the topic of product design and how it has helped the business on growth.
Last year, they introduced the new DOS with it based on data analytics with their diverse body type along with the new skin tones and hair textures.
And to ICE, our panelist ICE, would like to know about the use of data in improving facility in healthcare.
The computing powers of big data analyze enable us to record in entire DNA string in a minute, and will allow us to find a new code and better understanding to the disease pattern.
Yeah, that's part of the healthcare. I think even healthcare, because of that, they can even create an app for like us, like what symptom do you have, and they can predict like what were you feeling, what fever, what disease would you be having, symptoms like that. So move on to our last panelist. Like to know about the user of data in bank and how it's related to security.
Yes, for me, the impact of bank and security would be important data in the data analytics. So I would say that both of these systems is processing a very large amount of number in every second, in every minute as well. And so big data is used to analyze the risk of anti-money flooding or a flood mitigation, and they know their customer initiative. So in this point, I have 4 main points that I discovered in the area of the security of big data of bank.
So those were the highlights of our panel discussions for the semester. Our group definitely learned a lot in analyzing these companies, and we hope